Chinese market is probably the most developed market in the world around digital payments, to your point. Doesn't matter where you go, you really don't use cash. Like, you go into a lot of the stores, like things like shopping carts, like they don't even know what that is because they're just scanning and having it delivered.
Yeah.
You know, there's no checkout, there's things like that. So it's a very different environment, but they have density in their cities, and it's...
I was thinking about Andrew saying that he didn't know how to tip, right, because he had no cash, but in China, right, they all just pull out their phone and give you their QR codes.
And by the way, that's a simple and easy thing for us to do in this country, too. QR codes is a really easy thing to do for tipping, for very small businesses, but we have an entrenched point of sale system here. It's going to be very different in the U.S. than China.
Well, Alipay is just embedding in New York City taxis as a, addressing the tourists. Alipay has grand ambitions in the United States. Yeah. I agree 100% with Dan that, each market has its unique...
Do they admit that? I'm not sure they admit that, but you think that that's... they eventually want to be a big player in payments here.
I think there's no doubt about that.
What makes you say that?
I'm sure, Dan and I both have had conversations with people at both those companies, and I think, this is a large economy. They want growth. They think about, Alipay in particular has been incredibly strategic about, making investments and stitching together. They're the largest shareholder in Paytm. They're the largest shareholder in, can't remember the payment network in Indonesia. And, they're, in some ways, they're building their own version of an interoperable payment network, but closed to their world.
Yeah.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly pulling back. We also have the NASDAQ slightly pulling back today. Now, of course, we got big news today. I'll go over that later on in the video. Now, we have Blockstream CEO Adam Back says that Bitcoin will hit 100,000 before the halving. And guys, we don't have to guess. Every time Bitcoin pumped, we saw the Fed right behind us. The only thing we have to do is follow the Fed. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are flat. We have the dollar slightly down. And as we see yield rates rise, we know NASDAQ is going to pull back because a lot of these tech stocks are inflated. And then, guys, we have Tether and USDC. And we have Coinbase. Brian Armstrong says that Binance converted USDC to other stable coins. But guys, you know, I've been over it plenty of times. Way before Brian Armstrong made this statement, we know Binance's liquidity has been under attack. And the way you do it is through stable coins. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo on Friday was $1.79 trillion. And we know the central banks are raising rates and run off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And guys, make sure you watch the video I did last night. You get to see the distractions set up for the fourth industrial revolution. And guys, that's not even all of them. And then we know they keep the masses distracted on things that don't matter. The divide and conquer, and then entertainment, sports, while they move towards the agenda. And next year in the emerging markets, they're going to flip the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And remember, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases. It's not going to be here overnight. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sending about $24.2 billion. And getting over to the big crypto news, we have PayPal launches PYUSD, a stable coin for payments, and it will be issued by Paxos. And I know you're asking, what happened with Binance and Paxos? That story went quiet. And guys, we know Paxos is definitely regulated in New York, and we know PayPal would not be going with Paxos if it wasn't regulated. And guys, we know not only are stable coins the foundation of the economy, it's internet money. We know PayPal is integrated on different platforms and then also used to move money. So now if you think about the fourth industrial revolution, not in the system that we're in right now, if you think about the fourth industrial revolution, you can set up a business and allow the algorithm to run the entire business, not a human involved, because now the machines have money. I've showed you plenty of clips on how machines can do all the work. But now with digital assets, now the machines can pay each other. So that means that the machines take over the economy and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And what is the spiritual agenda? They want your mind, body, and soul. While you're in the metaverse getting that free money, telling you what, where, and when and how to buy, you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. They'll be able to download you. And if they're able to download you, they'll be able to delete you. I know it sounds like a movie, but remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.